Did Ciara just expose Future for traumatizing her while they were dating and still continuing to do so? Now, y'all know Ciara has remained tight-lipped about the details of her toxic relationship with Future, while Future has had something to say about it every other month. But Ciara recently made an appearance on the Call Her Daddy podcast, and she spilled some really disturbing details about how Future mistreated her and left her mental health completely scarred. Ciara said she felt tired by the end of their relationship as a result of all the trauma that Future put her through.
And I've been there before. I'm looking at someone, I'm like, you ain't gonna waste my life. I'm sorry, like, that's not an option.
I mean, we all knew their relationship was messy, but I didn't know it was this messy. So what exactly did Ciara say about Future? And was their relationship really worse than we thought? Oh, let's get right on into it. Okay, so Ciara recently made an appearance on the Call Her Daddy podcast. And when she was asked about her relationship with Future and when she knew it wasn't going to lead anywhere, Ciara said, when you know you're supposed to make a super defined decision in your life, you know it from, like, your head to your feet and your soul and your body. You know it. It's almost like your taste buds change. You gotta look in the mirror and reflect too. Like, what are things I could be doing differently in my life? Or, I'm looking for a change, but what does that mean? Now, in case for whatever reason you're wondering what Future really did apart from the obvious reason of cheating, let me give you a bit of refresher of all of the stuff that he put her through. See, they first met in 2012 when they were working together, but they went from being studio buddies to going on dates and hooking up real fast.
We actually met working at first, and our relationship was very organic. It just really kind of worked in that way, I guess you can say. But I say that to say, like, he's an amazing guy. Like, he's really a gentleman, and I wouldn't want to say too much and he'd be like, babe, like, what are you saying a whole lot, but he really is just an amazing man. Like, it's like when we were working and on the personal side of things, I really just saw an amazing person. And the way that he approached me and, like, just has been since day one is just like the way a man's supposed to be from my perspective.
Within a year, they were already engaged with their son Zaire in 2014. But later that same year, Ciara broke up with Future after finding out he was messing around with her stylist, Tyrena Lee. A source told US Weekly at the time that Ciara found out about the affair through multiple sources. However, Ciara was still madly in love with Future, so she forgave him and they got back together. And as expected, a lot of people got in on Ciara for this because they felt like this relationship was doomed and it was gonna end in disaster because Future was literally the king of toxic and he has several different kids with several different women. But for whatever reason, Ciara was really in love with Future and wanted to build a family with him, but he was simply not husband material. And it looked like fans were right because just 3 months later, Ciara broke up with him and called off the engagement after he was caught cheating on her again. A source told US Weekly he cheated on her. Game over. She's devastated. Ciara's focus now is the baby. Ciara later said she used to be so miserable at the time and would go to bed crying every single day, praying that she would find somebody who would actually love her. She also said that she felt traumatized and afraid that she would have to spend the rest of her life as a single mother.
Becoming a single mom was the start of that.
Right.
And I'd be like crying because I am not in the happiest place and it hurts when I'm going through it.
What was the most painful aspect of that?
The most painful.
Was it the breakup? Was it the idea of being a single parent?
It was a combination of everything.
Right.
Fortunately for Ciara, those prayers went right on through because just a few months later, she met Russell at a basketball game and then started dating Russell Wilson after some time of getting to know each other in 2015. The relationship got serious pretty quickly and they got married in 2016 and welcomed their first child together in 2017. She revealed that her relationship with Russell felt very different than her relationship with Future. Russell respected her and treated her well, unlike Future, who was laying in bed with just about any woman that would look in his direction.
Future was 10 months old. It was different.
Yeah.
I never had that feeling in my life.
What was the feeling? What was it?
It was just like, it was calm. The way he looked at life, it was different. Also, the energy with my son, it just felt right. And then, of course, the consistency.
Anyway, Future was obviously not happy about this, and he basically made it his life's mission from that point on to torture Ciara every chance he got. In fact, just a few months before Ciara and Russell got married, Ciara revealed that she and Russell were planning to stay celibate until after they got married. Future somehow managed to drag himself into it and trolled Russell for that. Future said that God never told him to wait to hook up with Ciara, but they did pray afterwards. Child, it's the audacity for me. He said, God told me something else. He didn't tell me to wait. I guarantee you that. We prayed afterwards, though. After we did it, we prayed. That's a true story. And somehow, he wasn't done being a messy baby daddy yet, because he later went on an explosive rant on Twitter accusing Ciara of not allowing him to see his son, even though he had paid $15K in child support payments every month. This B got control problems. I gotta go through lawyers to see my baby Future for $15K a month. I've been silent for a year and a half, and I ran out of patience. I just want baby Future, that's all. But Ciara was quick to clap back and expose him for lying. Ciara's rep told People magazine that Future never paid $15K in child support, and that Ciara has never prevented him from seeing his child. I mean, I expect a lot of things from Future, but him lying about paying child support was not one of them. Ciara also slapped him with a $15 million defamation lawsuit for spreading lies about her and attacking her relationship with Russell Wilson, all to publicize his own music. Ciara accused Future of threatening Russell's life, as she pointed out in an Instagram post Future made about Russell featuring 2 football emojis with guns pointing at them, and Future's track Juice, in which he raps, "Tryna F my baby mama dog, what's up with you? You gon' make me get that heat, I'm pulling up on you." Now Future clapped back at the lawsuit by countersuing Ciara and basically calling her a flop. In court documents, Future claimed that Ciara's career expired years ago, so he couldn't have possibly damaged her reputation since her career was already dead. I mean, I cannot believe this man is that petty. Ooh, child. And unfortunately, Ciara's lawsuit didn't really go anywhere. The case was dismissed with prejudice, meaning Ciara couldn't refile again in the future. But that lawsuit sure as hell put some fear into Future's heart because he stopped coming for Ciara and Russell. Well, that was until 2019 when he dragged Russell during an interview on Apple Radio for not being a man and allowing Ciara to control him. Future said Russell was not man enough because he had no power in their marriage, because if he did, he would have banned Ciara from talking about him all the time. Now listen, Ciara never really talked about Future, but trust, this man has always had her name in his mouth.
Wilson, like, don't think about it, just say it.
He do exactly what she tell him to do.
I said, how do you feel about the nigga, period?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like I don't have no feelings for it. I feel like, goddamn, it ain't no feelings for
Do you
me.
feel like the nigga go too far, though?
I feel like he getting caught up
I'm talking about with your son. Do you feel like the nigga go too far?
He not being a man in that position. Like, he not being a man at that point. Like, you not being a man. You not telling her, man, bro, chill out with that on the internet. Don't even talk to him. I'm your husband. You better not even bring Future name up. If that was me, she couldn't even bring his name up. She know that. She couldn't even bring her ex's name up. And I don't care what they gave you, what you don't bring their name up in interviews. Don't even do nothing around them. No, don't say nothing. I felt that the fact you'd already been around my kid when y'all started going together, and when y'all first posted the first picture, and I didn't even, and you haven't even talked to me. And then when y'all get married, she was like, I want you to meet Russell now, man. Y'all already done did all the damage. I don't want to meet him now.
So obviously, child, Future sound pressed. According to sources, Ciara was really traumatized by this and felt like it was just a matter of time before Future did something really bad to her and Russell. Sources also said this is why Ciara and Russell walked out of Drake's Super Bowl party right after Future started to perform.
And that's my favorite person to perform.
You gotta turn up, bro.
You just turn around. I'm not gonna jump off.
This is a good crowd right here to do this shit, bro.
I'm ready.
What else they had in my
Ciara was reportedly scared for their safety and didn't want to be anywhere near Future. After this whole drama, things seemed to have cooled off up until recently when Ciara spilled the tea about what happened in their relationship. And even though Ciara didn't mention any specific reasons, she revealed that the relationship was very toxic because she felt like her life was just wasting away. She said, "It's definitely like how someone talks to you, what's their track record, and sometimes too, listen, you see things how you see them, and sometimes you do overlook things because of your perspective. A person can tell you everything, like, I've changed. And I've heard those stories before, and I've heard that song before. You ain't gonna waste my life." A lot of fans also had their own 2 cents to give, and they went to social media to drag Future for traumatizing Ciara. Like this person who said, "I don't think Future ever loved Ciara. He doesn't want her. But to see her truly happy with someone that is better than him in any way, not perfect, because no one is perfect, is a blow to his ego and his pride. He's a true narcissist, and because he didn't want her, he wanted her to suffer. Shakes my head. Future is pressed and salty. Get over it." Another person said, "Future is upset because Ciara moved on to a better life with Russell. He probably thought she was going to be unhappy and miserable, but fortunately, it's the opposite for Ciara. Ciara and Russell are living a peaceful life. Future needs professional help ASAP." But now I want to know your thoughts on this whole drama. Do you think Future will ever stop coming for Ciara and Russell, or is he gonna stay mad? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below, and don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.